Anyway, it was. I thought we had a good. We had a long team meeting today, which we normally do. It's probably the longest one of the year. It starts at 1 o'clock, and then we have offensive, defensive meetings. They're in position meetings. Then we get out here and practice. And did some testing this morning, which we normally do. That's why we have an afternoon practice. And I thought overall it's pretty good. It's always rough with offensive, defensive plays and defenses called. That's why we're out here to practice to get better. But I think overall it was pretty good. From now on, we'll be practicing 7:15 in the morning. And get on that routine, meetings, walkthroughs in the afternoon, and meetings in the evening. So excited about getting going and getting better and competing in 30 days to our first game.
One of the big news stories we get on this first day is the announcement of the captains. Can you talk about your captains for this season?
Yeah, well, they're great kids. I think Andrew Wilson, E.J. Gaines on defense. They've been here for a long time. They've played. They're company people. Do a great job. LaDamian Washington is a great story in itself. We know the background of LaDamian and what a great kid he is. And James Franklin, and they're all voted by. And how we do this, it's real simple. It's voted by their teammates, and we wait to this time so that all this leadership can take place. From January when they get back all the way till this particular point, and including the summer. So we're going to lead a lot of other leadership. The greatest thing that anybody can do out there is lead by example. Any player out there, that's the greatest thing you can do on leadership. But overall, I think it was a good selection. And generally I can pick it, and if I can't, then I'm nervous.
Coach, you said earlier in the summer that you were worried a little bit about how you were going to address practice to keep everybody healthy early. What have you tinkered with? What have you decided to do in terms of practice this early on?
Well, we're not going to have any two-a-days, and that's not a drastic change. I mean, we had 5. We used 3. The fourth one, we had about a half practice. The fifth one we didn't do. We had some other things involved. That's not. I think it's just about recovery. That's really what it's about, and that's why we're going to do that. And that's just 2 years of, doing everything that we normally have ever done. But I just a little bit hesitant to not do something different. So we ended up making that change. We're going to knock a period out of each practice. Go back to and we looked in some of our past practices, and so in our 11-on-11s we're going to knock a period out of there. Our conditioning, we're going to adjust a little bit, and we're not going to, once a guy proves that he can run to a certain point, we're not going to keep running him. And again, it's all about recovery and keeping him fresh. So those type things, be more disciplined, stay on our feet. Or you go to NFL camp, they always talk about staying on your feet, stay on your feet. So I'm kind of, just to the point now where I'm, 2 years in a row like that's been difficult. And then I told the guys just stay healthy. Maybe they'll listen this year.
How do you maintain the same physical output that you usually get with the time that you spend on the field being less now, at least?
That's not going to be a problem. I have no problem at all with that. None. Okay. I was the first one. I think maybe the first Division I program at Toledo that went 2 practices, 1 in the morning, not a second practice. I did that because the 49ers were doing it back in 1993. Because we were injured.